I wanted to create a quick video to make sure everyone understood how to complete the Miro notes assignment. For the first check, this is a very, very easy one, so you definitely do not want to be late. I will have all the assignments structured in this manner to begin with. So you have the task, it'll tell you what you need to do, the instructions very clearly marked out, any additional support. So this video will actually be linked up here when you come back to this page, and then the expectations. So precisely what is due and the due date. And then if you have any questions, always send those questions to me in the Remind app. Please do not email me, because it is very possible that you will get lost in my emails. So the only people who have access to me through the Remind app are my students. Okay, so let's get started with this lesson. So for this task, for this assignment, you are tasked with taking your notes from watching the roles and responsibilities of coaches lesson, or the video that you see in the class, and begin to create your concept map notes using the tool Miro. And you get to that by going to Miro.com. All right, one note, you will add new notes to the same concept map each week. So you will not create multiple ones. This one concept map will grow and grow and grow. And that way that you will be able to see your learning over the entire semester. And I will be teaching you this in future lessons. So no need to worry about that now. All right, your precise instructions. First, if you have not already done so, you need to watch the roles and responsibilities of coaches video with me and our AD, University of Memphis AD Laird. And then you need to record notes on your own notebook paper first. All right, this time you don't always have to do that, but this time I want you to do that. I want you to get out the important stuff, decide what you think is important, and then we're going to come in here and do what I'm about to show you. So number 2, log into Miro.com. And if you've not already created an account, you need to do so. And then create a board. It just needs to be a blank board and label it Pete 3400 Spring 2022. So let's do that first. All right. So we're going to log in. I'm already logged in. We're going to create a board. It's going to try a lot of times to offer me templates. I don't need this, so I'm just going to close it out. And here I have me a nice, fresh, clean board. Okay. And so back to my instructions, I created a board and I'm going to label it Pete 3400. All right. So we go back here and here's the title. There's a number of ways you can do this, but I just want to show you. I like to copy. So I like to just come in here when I'm doing assignments like this, and I just copy this so I don't get it wrong. And I just paste it right there. And once you hit the enter button, you will notice that the title changed. All right. Okay. So we did number 1 and 2, and now we're ready to do number 3. We're going to share the board, and then I'm going to copy this email, right, with me at that email. So then I'm going to go back to my Miro. My computer seems to have jammed up. Did we lose internet, Bray? We lost internet. Okay, let's see. We had a little glitch there, so if got a break in the video, I cut that glitch out. Okay, so back to our instructions. We created our board and now we're ready to do number 3. We're ready to share the board, and I'm going to copy this email, Control C. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to share at this nice blue button. And I'm just going to copy and paste. I'm not going to copy and paste. I'm going to paste the email address, and then I'm going to say that at least I can comment. I don't have to have editing rights unless you think you might need a little bit of help. Then feel free to give me some editing rights, but I do need to at least be able to comment. You will not get credit if I'm not able to edit or comment, okay? So once you do that, you can write me a little message if you want. If not, you can just click send it, all right? And then it's just prompting you like, where do you want to have me begin? Just click cancel. There's no need to do that right now. All right, let's go back to our notes, to our assignment. On your board, you're going to put some very specific here. Coaching team and individual sports. I'm going to copy that in the center of your board. There truly is no center because this board goes on infinitely in every direction, okay? But just right here, the center of our screen. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to select a shape. All right, I typically like this shape. All right, and I'm just going to drop one and then I'm going to copy. I already copied. I'm going to paste. Now, let me just kind of go over some of these tools you have here. So I'm going to highlight this, and I want to boldface that, and I also want to take it up. I like 36, but it's whatever you choose. All right, this is the name of our class, you see, and everything else is going to go around this major topic. So you can decide if you want to fill this in with, say, blue, or the University of Memphis-ish blue. And then here is the line that goes around it. So if you want it to be black, you can make it just be thicker, and you can see it getting thicker as I change it up here. Whatever you're happy with, and you can click off. And then you might say, well, you know what? I want my letters, here's your text color, to maybe be white. This needs to speak to you. You need to like the way it looks and feels, not me, okay? I'm looking to see that you are actually making an effort, that you are putting important content that I think should be here, and if not, I'll prompt you, so don't worry. Okay, so next, we're gonna go back to our notes. Make a branch for today's lessons, roles and responsibilities of coaches. So I'm gonna copy that, and I'm going to come over here. Now, if I click on this, I can, anywhere I hover over these little blue dots, it's going to automatically prompt me. If I click, it'll drop me a new box. All right, now since this is one of the, I think 13 or 14 modules, I think 13 learning modules, I'm going to change this to a different color. So maybe I'm going to pick this lavender here. Let me see if I can move my controls out of the way, and I'm going to pick this lavender. All right, and I've got the opacity all the way up. All right, and so maybe I want to leave this black line and maybe I don't. So that's totally your choice. If you don't, you can come here and you can take the thickness back down. Okay, this is the most prominent. This is the second most prominent. Okay. All right, and so here, this is where I want to come in, double click, and I'm going to control paste, and I'm going to put that in. Now, I might not want that to be white, so I can come here and change the color of my text. If I want to boldface it, I can do that here, and I might want to take it down just a little bit. Then again, it might look better a little larger. That's just something that you will play with. Now, using your mouse, you'll have to get accustomed to how to navigate. If you do have a pencil, like you should have seen in the video, if you have, say, a Surface Pro or some other tablet that uses a pencil, you can feel free to do that as well. If I click on this line, these little dots allow me to move it. So let's say I want I'm fine with this now, but let's say I wanted to move this. I could start by dragging just this, and it moves it where I want it to go. Okay, so they don't all have to branch off the first one, but I actually am planning on doing that as an example for you guys. All right, so see how I just moved it there? If I wanted to, I don't know why I would, but I could click on this little blue and I could move it up and down. All right, so if I want to space it, make it look nice and neat. All right, okay, back to our instructions. Now you're going to take your handwritten notes and you're going to create your own concept map notes. Okay, so from the information that you got, let's just say that you learned one of the roles and responsibilities of coaches. I'm going to highlight this. Let's just say one of the things that you learned was that, I'm going to double click, was that you have to monitor student athlete academic performance. Okay, so if that's one of the things that you hear in the video, all right, that might be something that you jot down here, and then whatever notes. Now you might say, well, I don't want these to look the same color. That's a great point. I can come in here and simply keep the same color, but change the opacity. All right, so that's a lot softer. All right, so you can just add anything. Now I might say, for example, right? See how the board has shifted for me? And this is where you just talk. You don't have to make this a certain way. For example, you know, coaches should check that students are attending school regularly. You know, I'm just throwing things out there. I don't know that you're going to hear this in the video. We haven't yet recorded that yet, but we're getting ready to. So you would just add all these notes. Now, if these next notes build off of this, you would simply add it to this one, right? But if it's still built off of this idea, then you would add it here or wherever you want. And see, I can move it around however I want. And I can click on this line and I can be like, I want to move this right here. All right, so you're just going to keep adding information. Okay, now you might say, well, all right, this is the module, right? And this is one of the main aspects of the modules. And these are like children of this. So can you kind of see a family tree? Like this is your great, great, great grandfather, if you will. All right, maybe not that far back, and then this is the next member of the tree. This is the children, so on and so forth, right? All right, so here I might want to change. I took this opacity down. So on this one, you know, think about that. Maybe I just want all of these white. All right, that's totally your choice. Or you might want to make it even softer. All right, you have whatever choices that make this work for you. All right. Okay, so that is basically it for this assignment, but I would like to go ahead in the next video and show you how to get prepared to take notes for the entire semester. So check out the next video when you get done with this.